Hello YouTube, this is Marco, your host. I told you guys that I was gonna do some videos on my stoves that I built. Okay, this is gonna be a very short video about my IKEA utensil holder stoves that I built. It's two of them. My wood gasifying stoves, which are about 4 of them, I believe. I will do a video using them, and then another video showing the physics of them, how I actually built them, because they're all different. These two are very different, and these two you can see at work on my do-it-yourself IKEA stoves cooking breakfast video. This one is taking care of my coffee with my percolator, and this one is the one cooking the actual breakfast. This one had to be, or has to be, depending on what kind of fuel you use, continuously fed with wood, like those rocket stoves. You know, when you little by little you shove in some sticks here, 2, 3, 4, 5 little sticks, whatever. This one you just pretty much fill it up, and that 15 minutes that video lasts for, I fed this one little stick, and you can witness that because I don't edit. So this is a bomb, this one right here. I did get some ideas, of course, from YouTube, and then I incorporated them with my own ideas. So let's do this one first. And I keep them in here, and then I keep them in a stuff sack because of all the gunk. Look at all that. So they don't get all your backpack all dirty. You know, it's just like any typical wood stove you use. So my hands are gonna get pretty dirty here. So, and these are very, very well used. And this is just an old MRE bag because they're very thick material. So I'm gonna show you what I did with the legs. We're gonna start from the bottom up. This one I just cut a very small hole here in the front with my Dremel tool, and of course filed it. Doesn't have any sharp edges anymore. And this is the short one because they have a taller one, and I've seen it be very unstable. And I've seen some guys put some screws down here, and I've seen it be very unstable as well. I've seen a guy do what I just did, what I did to mine. I put those 1/2-inch conduit clamp downs, or 1/2 clamp by 1. It's called 1 because it only has 1 eyelid on this side and this side. And I saw him do 3 of these, and it was still unstable. And then I seen some guys do them, and they keep them inside like this. The way I keep this is why I keep them inside like this, because for storage purposes. Once I get out to the field, as you can see, and I put a quarter inch by about, let's say 3/4 or 1/2-inch screw. I don't remember exactly what it is, but I put a wing nut on this side. So when I get to camp, when I'm gonna use it, I pull the little leg out like this, and then I tighten my wing nut. And I left the wing nut on the bottom because in the inside it gets so hot. My experience with heat and my welding and what have you is the threads will seize, and it'll be harder for you to work them. I mean, this has been very easy for me to do, so I just turn each one of them outside like this, because on these IKEA stoves there, or pot utensil holders, it's a square down here, so you can use the furthest hole in each one of the corners, and then you have I think a more stable bases like this, or base. See, and then I just tighten them a bit. Take this one out too. If for some reason the screw wants to turn a little bit, like this one actually was turning a little bit, I just hold it with my fingers, and there it is. It doesn't need to be really tight, guys, because this is not really moving. It just sits there. And this is very stable. In that video where you see me cooking, you can see me tapping the Tupperware, dumping onions and stuff in the pan, tapping the spoon, and the pan doesn't even move, the stove doesn't move. And like I said, this was the one holding the percolator. And I just filled it up And this thing ran for over 15 minutes. And you can witness that on the video, like I said. I sometimes use, this is a one of those grills from the old computers for the fans. And they come in different sizes, smaller, bigger. And what I did, I drilled some little holes here. And you don't need to fasten it, like lock it. I just bent these, because these are straight out. And they screw onto the back of the computer. Just so you know, some little kid or nothing will get stuck in the little fan that's cooling the actual computer. You can use it just like that. And here, look, I'm drinking some tea, but and you can put your pot on there, whatever. You don't need to secure this. Just because I was playing around and had the time and the materials, and I guess basically had nothing better to do. You know, I built these little wire things that I can just poke through there if I can do this. And it'll keep it from moving around, but I mean, you really don't need this. You really don't need these. I just built them because I could. It's an amazing little stove. I mean, you can get these between $5 and $10 on the internet. Also, I do carry these just in case. Let's say I lost this, or it broke, or what have you. Or I forgot it, simply forgot it at home. I do carry some tent sticks, these thick metallic tent sticks. And all I would have to do, and I can stick this pot in there, you know, my little cups. A 32-ounce bottle, you can stick a 40-ounce bottle. I don't know if you can stick a 64-ounce bottle. I do not have one, so I don't know about that. If one of you does and you have done this, leave me a message and let me know. I will be getting some 64-ounce bottles. This is a 32-ounce bottle, and you know, you could do that. You have a bigger pot, you could just sit it right on top. You know, that works too. But there's that one. Okay, and I'm gonna put the thingamajiggers in there. Okay, and this is the one that I was cooking on my fry pan. I got a I think it's a Coleman's fry pan. It's about between an 8-inch and 10-inch non-stick pan. And I got more or less the same gadgets in this one. But like, look, like this is very tight on there. This isn't going anywhere. It just comes off. It's very tight, as a matter of fact. See? You don't need these. And you can just slap this back on there. And there it is. There it is. Okay. There we go. On the bottom, I have the exact same system, except the screws are shorter. I think these are 1/2 inch, and I think those are 3/4 or 1 inch. And I like these better. The shorter the better, because they stick out less. So, like, again, you just loosen it a little bit, you know. Bring your leg out for stability. Loosen this one. I did paint these with that high heat, that black paint they sell at Walmart or Ace Hardware, True Value. I did coat them just because. They got it full of soot either way. They get full of soot either way. And you see, and the legs are out that quick. In less than 30 seconds. You have very stable stove. This is the one that I was banging on and dumping the stuff from my Tupperware. And it's very stable. This is the one that's like a rocket stove. This one, you can put artificial fuel in here, like Esbit tablets. You can put an alcohol stove in there. It does fit. I have some that I hardly use those. I use wood. I'm a wood guy. Or I'll use artificial fuel, like those zip tablets that I'm using now. That Prepared Mind 101 has a very good video on those. They're fire starters. Huge tablets. You can use trioxane. or the wood like I was using that day, and to show you as more or less as a reference, you know, I was just guiding. I was averaging 3 sticks that day of wood. 2 of them were about the size of my index finger, which is about maybe ½ inch, and then the other one was maybe about 1 inch in diameter. And you could just feed them, you know, as you're needing the fire. I mean, because these sticks were about 2-3 feet long, and I used about half of them maybe. Very, very efficient. This one's very efficient as well. Like I said, I fed it once in 15 minutes. I put 1 stick, and you guys can see that besides the sugar packets or the artificial sugar sweeteners packets that I threw in there. But I like the way they both work, and I like that they're different, and I like that they work. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. And I hope you like the video. Maybe you can give me some thumbs up, and maybe subscribe, or give me some ideas, or what have you. Take care, and I'll see you out there sometime. Thanks. Bye-bye.